All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is January 24th. We got 4 NBA games on the slate tonight that we will dig into. If you guys are new here, all we do is go through each and every game. I give you where my head's at. I give you what I'm thinking. I give you my lean on the game. My final plays will be in the pinned comment that I update throughout the day. So if you're looking for what I'm actually rolling with, what I'm actually playing, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment throughout the day. And if you don't see a pinned comment right now, I haven't placed anything yet finally. So keep an eye on the pinned comment for all my individual plays. But again, yeah, we go through each and every game here. I give you where this dumb head is at, and then I'll give you my final plays if you guys want to ride in the pinned comment. Like I've said the past couple videos, if you're smart, you will fade me. But if you're a genius, you will ride. But let's jump into it. Here we go. We have the shout out of the day to start things off. Now, we took the weekend off. I think I told you guys that at the end of last video. Took the weekend off, but we had Money Mike a couple days ago using the hashtag of the day from last video, and he went 2-1 there. The Hornets and Raptors covered for him. The Sixers could not pull out the 8.5 point cover, but that's all right. 2-1. That is a winning, positive, wositive night for Money Mike there, guys. If you want to know how you can get shouted out in tomorrow's video, stay tuned until the end of this video. We'll give you a new hashtag of the day. We change the hashtag of the day every single day. Keep you guys on your toes. And yeah, that's the way you guys can get possibly shouted out here. So let's jump in to the slate tonight. We're starting off with the Cavs hosting the Kings here. Cavs 6-point favorites over, I think I said the Kings, but it is the Knicks. Cavs over the Knicks, 6-point favorites here. In terms of injuries, Kemba Walker is questionable. Ryan Carmel Macchiato is questionable for New York, and Derrick Rose still out here. Cleveland, questionable. Rondo, and then Lauri Markkanen downgraded to out, and then obviously we know about Ricky Rubio and Colin Sexton here. The Cavs are, they are the covering Cavaliers. We've called them that all season long. They are playing decent basketball. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. But for whatever reason, I feel like the Knicks may be looking to turn a little bit of a corner here. They played last night, I believe, against the Clippers, so they are on a back-to-back here. But I feel like 6 points is a decent amount to give the Knicks even on a back-to-back. So I'm going to roll with the underdog here. Knicks +6. I think the Cavs are the better team, which is crazy. If I were to say it at the beginning of the year, I literally would have called myself crazy. I think the Cavs are just genuinely the better team as of right now. But I think the Knicks 6 points seems like it's a little bit too much to give the Knicks here, and a relatively healthy Knicks team. So I'm going to roll with the Knicks here, +6. Make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if that is a final play, guys. Next up, we have the Thunder at home getting 2 points here against the Bulls. The Bulls beaten and bruised right now. Zach LaVine is out. Lonzo is out. Green out still. Jones Jr. out. Caruso out. Williams out. For the Thunder, no notable injuries here. And this Bulls team, since being injured, oh boy, they are absolutely just plummeting right now. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, and this is one of the better teams in the league just a little while ago here, against the spread and straight up. But the rumbling covering Thunder, they are not playing too well either. They are 1-9 in their last 10, but in terms of against the spread, they are killing it here. They are, what is this? This is 6-3-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. But either way, I am going to be going with the Bulls here. I think even with all of these injuries and pretty much everyone being out, I think that they still have the better top-end talent. In fact, I think they definitely have the better top-end talent, even with a couple major injuries in LaVine and Lonzo. So I'm going to be rolling with the Bulls here, -2 over the Thunder. I know they're on the road. I know that they've been playing really bad basketball, but for whatever reason, I do feel like, they lose to Milwaukee, they lose to Orlando. The Bulls are at least going to come out with some sort of fire at some point. It is kind of crazy because now, so far in the video, we've taken 2 back-to-back teams. But hey, it is what it is. Next up, we have the Pelicans hosting the Pacers here. Pacers getting 3 points. Pacers have had some injuries to deal with as well. Sabonis is out. LeVert is questionable. Brogdon is out. And Miles Turner is out. Meanwhile, Pelicans dealing with their own injuries here. Graham questionable, and Ingram is out. This Indiana team, they looked all right against Golden State. They pulled out that overtime win. They fought with Phoenix. I think this team has a little bit more grit than the Pelicans do. So if both teams have their best players out, I guess, I feel like this Indiana team has a little bit more grit and a little bit more grind. So I think we're going to take the underdog here, +3 for Indiana. I don't necessarily love it. In fact, all 3 of these games so far that we've gotten to, I don't love. It's going to be tough to put some final plays in the pinned comment, but keep an eye on it to check it out. But I do see this Indiana team, I guess, if both teams are broken, if both teams are beaten and bruised and all that, I think the Indiana Pacers have a little bit more grind to them than this Pelicans team does. All right, last but not least, we have the Suns -10 over the Jazz here. Suns at home. This Jazz team has been riddled with injuries here. We have Donovan Mitchell out. Rudy Gobert is questionable. Bogdanovich is questionable for the Suns. Aiden is still out, and then Jay Crowder is out as well. 10 points is a lot, but this Suns team is playing very, very well. In their last 10 games, they're 7-3 against the spread, and this Jazz team is just seemingly against the spread-wise plummeting. I mean, overall too, they're 3-7 overall against straight up 3-7, but against the spread they're 2-7-1. I hate to lay double digits against a Utah Jazz team, but this Suns team is just so much better. So I think we might lay the 10 points there. I think we're going with a strong favorite here, the Suns. No Jay Crowder, no DeAndre Ayton, but they have Book. They have Chris Paul. Also, it looks like Cameron Payne is going to be out as well. I just think the Suns are a better team, and I feel like that's kind of the theme. You guys have probably heard me say, I think they're the better team, like 10 times this video. These games, I don't love any of these spots, all 4 of these games. So when I want to default to giving my lean, my dumminess goes to, okay, well, who's the better team? Right? Because that's just the fair. I'm not going to BS you guys and act like, I could see something that most people don't know. These are very interesting games tonight, and a lot of crucial injuries, a couple back-to-backs to deal with here. But I do lean the Suns there at -10 overall. I think that they are just, theme of this video, a better team. And I want to introduce something else too, guys. I think we're going to start doing this, not every single night, but we have the hashtag of the day, which we'll get into in 1 second here. But I want to do a ride of the day as well. So I want you guys to take your plays, put them in the chat or put them in the comments there using the hashtag of the day, and I might reply to one of them saying, hey, this is the ride of the day. We're riding with it, and that is the way that you guys can get shouted out too. So we might be giving out two shout-outs every single video moving forward. I just feel like that's fun. I love involving you guys. I like the idea that, you guys can get your comment shown on the screen, even though it's like shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I like the community aspect of it. So a ride of the day. All you guys do is still use the hashtag of the day, which we'll get into in 1 second. But, we'll get a shout out for the hashtag of the day. And actually, no, throw hashtag ride of the day in the comments too. So hashtag ride of the day, we'll get to hashtag day. Hashtag the day is hard. Use hashtag hard and hashtag ride of the day in the comments. And if you guys use that hashtag ride of the day, you guys have a chance to be, just shouted out. Or if I ride with you, if I ride with your pick, you guys have a shout out in the next video, win or lose. So I know that's probably confusing. I'll give myself a little womp womp for it because it's probably confusing as hell. And it just makes sense up here. But you guys are watching it being like, what the did you just say? But yeah, you can use 2 hashtags in the comments. Today's hashtag of the day is hard. Now let me explain that. If you guys aren't new here, hashtag of the day. All you got to use is the hashtag in the comments. Give me your plays. Give me what your locks are. Give me what you're riding with tonight. If you guys have a winning night, if you have a positive night, and, and I see the comment, I pick one at random, you guys have a chance to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, just like Money Mike was today. And again, if you're new here, you guys know we went through a recent change. This is not the usual setup, but this is probably the setup moving forward. So things are a little spotty. We're trying to grind out and get the videos out when we can. But, use hashtag hard in the comments, guys, and give me your plays. And it's hashtag hard because this is hard right now. I mean, we are doing well. I think we were 2-1 last time out, but it's hard out here. So hashtag hard in the comments and hashtag ride hashtag ride of the day if you guys do want to give a play that I might jump on. And, you got to put your money where your mouth is because you got to shout out win or loss in the next video. But, guys, until then, I know this is probably a confusing outro, but, I'm a confusing guy. So we will catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully everyone makes some bread tonight, and peace out.